I'm a motivational speaker, and today I'm going to tell you something motivational speakers aren't supposed to tell you at all. Maybe you should just quit. Seriously. Maybe the thing you've been fighting for so hard, trying to hold on to, is the exact thing you need to let go of. We've turned quitting into one of the ugliest words in personal development. Quitters are losers. Winners never quit. Keep grinding. Never give up. But there's a problem with all that advice. Sometimes winners quit the wrong thing so they can go all in on the right thing. Welcome back to the Marcus Allgood Show. Thank you for sharing the show. And if you get any value out of this, please share it with a friend. Appreciate everybody listening. There's a difference between quitting because it's hard and quitting because it's wrong. Don't quit your workout because you're tired. Don't not do your workout because you didn't want to get up. Don't abandon a dream because someone criticized you. Don't quit something meaningful because progress is slow. That's just discomfort. That's not quitting because it's just the wrong thing to do. But sometimes you know deep down inside, this just isn't working anymore. And instead of admitting it, pride keeps you there. Persistence is powerful. Persistence in the wrong direction is expensive. Sometimes I think about that with the coffee shop. Am I going in the right direction? Should I quit now? Should I keep going? It's already cost a whole lot of money, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to go 18 more months to figure it out if it's going to work or not. And I will keep y'all posted on it. But sometimes you just got to get rid of it. And I'm wondering if this is it, or we're going to make it work and we're actually going in the right direction. But your ego doesn't want you to quit, and definitely feel that with the coffee shop. You know, sometimes you're just like, I'm not a bad business owner. I know what I'm doing. I can make it. I can push through it. I could go. But a lot of times it's time to hang up the reins and move on to something else. And I'm hoping it's not it, because I like having the coffee shop. I like giving people jobs, and I like being able to meet people all the time and give people the pleasure of being able to drink coffee in the mornings and the afternoons and the evenings. But there are times where you have to admit, I was wrong. This didn't work. I changed my mind. I wasted some time. And people hate that. I hate it. So I can only imagine how much more other people hate it. So they'll waste another 5 years to avoid admitting that they wasted the first 5. That's insane when you think about it. Don't waste your future trying to justify your past. And that's probably the quote. And it's one of those things that we're a little over 3.5 years into it. And I'm really hoping that we are making the right decision, moving on with the coffee shop and, going under our own name and just being able to do our own thing. And we're praying that it does work out and we are on the right path. We don't want to waste another 5 years after this 5 years, that's for sure. Stop confusing changing your mind with failure. You're allowed to change. The goal you had at 25 doesn't have to be the goal you have at 45. Your priorities change, your circumstances change, and you change. You are definitely not the same person you were at 25 when you were 45. Sometimes quitting just isn't giving up. Sometimes it's finally being honest with yourself. And being honest is one of the hardest things that we have to do with ourselves, because it's easier to tell somebody else that they're doing the wrong thing than it is to tell ourselves we're doing the wrong thing. A lot of it's the ego, and a lot of it's just the pride that we hold in ourselves. Don't use this episode as an excuse. Ask yourself 3 questions. Is this wrong for me, or is it just hard? Am I just tired? Is it just hard? Have I generally given this enough time and effort? If I were starting today with everything I know now, would I still choose this? Would I still put my time and effort into it? The last question is super powerful, because I ask myself that all the time with the coffee shop. If I knew everything that was going to happen, would I start it? I don't know. I'm one of those people that I don't want to have the what if. What if it actually did work? What if it didn't work? What if we just didn't do it right, but we could do it better? There's so many different questions you could ask yourself, and it's such a hard, powerful process to go through to sit there and answer that question. But if the answer is no, then ask, why am I continuing? Why don't I just quit? Why am I putting myself through this torture? Why am I putting myself through the amount of time and effort for such a little return on investment. So a lot of times, if you think about it, on a return on investment, if you're not making 10% in a business, then why are you still doing it? That's what you really got to ask yourself. And I'm asking myself every day that question, because I could have taken the money and done something else with it. Or am I just doing it because it's a hobby and I like giving people jobs? I don't know yet. I got 18 more months to figure this out. What quitting can make room for? When you quit the wrong thing, you recover your time, your energy, your attention, the money, the creativity, the opportunity. You aren't just leaving something, you're creating room for something else. When one door opens or one door closes, another door opens. And so if you cut that off, like, what is going to open up for you after that to fill your life with at that point in time? Is it going to be something better? Hopefully it's not worse, but it could be something a lot better than what you're doing right now that you need to quit. Every yes costs you something. Sometimes quitting is how you get your life back. And getting your life back is one of those things that it's scary in the very beginning, and you don't want to leave what you have going on right now. But once you actually leave it, you're like, oh, my life is actually better now. The weight's lifted off. The monkey on your back is gone. Like, you're just like fully relieved. You're like, oh, this is what it's like to not have to stress over everything every day. This is what it's like to actually feel good, or to be able to wake up and not have to worry so much about the business or something like that, or somebody calling in sick, or, so many different things that you could worry about being an entrepreneur, or, just anything that you are doing, even the job that you have right now, like, you cut that off and you're like, oh, this job was killing me. So the challenge I had today, name off one thing you're continuing primarily because you've already invested so much time into it. If you hadn't already invested all this time, money, energy, would I choose this again today? But you need to answer that super, super truthfully. And as I'm talking about this, like, I really think I would still open up a coffee shop and start all over again because of what I know now compared to what I didn't know the first 3 years. I'm not telling you to quit when things get hard. Some of the greatest things in your life will require you to keep going when you desperately want to, when you want to stop. But I'm also not going to tell you that quitting is always a weakness. Sometimes strength is staying, and sometimes strength is finally having the courage to leave. Just make sure you know which one you're doing, because persistence is powerful, but don't waste your future trying to justify your past. And that's the pod. I appreciate everybody listening and watching. If you get any value out of this, please share the show.